The pyramids of Egypt are one of the most prominent historical monuments in ancient world. Every year, Egyptologists discover new information about these pyramids. The Giza complex of pyramids attracts many tourists from all over the world to Egypt every year. These pyramids still contain many secrets, and it seems that these secrets will not be easily discovered. The pyramids of Egypt were built when it was one of the richest and most powerful civilizations in the world. These pyramids, especially the pyramids of Giza, are among the top man-made structures in the history. They show the important role of the pharaohs in the society of ancient Egypt. Scientists and researchers are still studying how these temples were built. Over the last 2 decades, new discoveries and studies have provided researchers with a clearer picture of the history of the 3 pyramids. Subscribe our YouTube channel to watch the rest of this video and more. As the oldest member of the 7 wonders of the world, there are many theories about the process of building these pyramids. Among the theories, there are both realistic and terrestrial theories as well as fantasy. Many experts have believed ancient civilizations in human history have been visited by space creatures, and in their view, the relationship of ancient Egyptians with aliens is an undeniable issue. The wonders of the pyramids of Egypt are not hidden from anyone. For centuries, researchers have been exploring this place and discovering the mysteries of the Egyptian pyramids and have achieved interesting results. Here are some interesting facts about the pyramids of Egypt that you probably do not know. Do you know the reason for the pointed design of the pyramids? In ancient Egyptian culture, kings were considered divine beings. When it came to designing their eternal resting place, the pyramids were built with angled side to use the sun's rays. They believed that this would help the king's spirit to ascend to the heavens. A lot of manpower tried to build it. Historians estimate that some 100,000 workers worked for decades to complete the pyramids. Do you know the statue near the Great Pyramids? The Sphinx is a mythical figure who acts as a spiritual guardian. So at the request of Pharaoh Khofar, the Great Sphinx was built on the site of the Great Pyramids. Visiting the pyramids is associated with very strict regulations. About 14 million people visit the Great Pyramids each year, but the rules for visiting them have changed over the years. In the past, tourists could climb the walls of the pyramids freely, but doing so can now lead up to the 3 years in the prison. Inscriptions have more than one story. Researchers believe the fossils found on the floor of a secret chamber in the largest pyramid are engineering drawings and a form of mathematical science. Have you ever think about how much it costs to build the 3 pyramids now? Given the cost of labor and equipment, limestone is not cheap, and at least for the amount needed to build the pyramid, the cost of building the Great Pyramids is estimated at $1 billion. Pharaoh Khufu's pyramid has 2 burial chambers, a large chamber for himself next to which is a gallery, and a smaller chamber lower than his chamber for the queen. If you are afraid of cramped places, skip this part of the video. The narrow access corridors across the pyramids are not large enough for one to easily cross. Do you enter these corridors? The tallest pyramid in the world is the Great Pyramid of Khufu. When built more than 4,500 years ago, the Pyramid of Khufu was 481 feet high. But over the years, erosion has reduced the height of the pyramid slightly. The pyramid is now 451 feet high. Excavations in the late 1980s and early 1990s showed that there was a small area around the Great Pyramids. This area is for workers and includes a bakery, shops, and shallow tombs. How many stone blocks are the pyramids made of? More than 2 million stone blocks make up the Great Pyramid of Khufu. Do you know the weight of a block? A limestone brick used in large pyramids weighs an average of about 2.5 tons. Without the presence of mechanical machinery during construction days, it is surprising how these blocks are moved. On average, it takes about 20 to 30 years to build each pyramid. The temperature of the air inside the pyramid is constant and equal to the average temperature of the Earth, which is 20 degrees Celsius. The Great Pyramid can act as a very large sundial that shows the shadow it creates in the month of the year, the seasons of the year, and its length. The famous phrase, "Man is afraid of time and time is afraid of pyramids," which is used among the Egyptian people, refers to the immortality of pyramids until the distant future, and that they never intend to be destroyed by playing with time. The importance of these pyramids, which can never be repeated, is much greater than their material, which is made of sand, stone, and granite. For many people who are interested in fantasy and transcendental subjects, it is still unclear whether the scientific and artistic power that was used to build this amazing building, which man today has only a corner of, originated from a human brain or an intellectual source. Is it superhuman? Some experts considered ancient Egypt to be a potential source of evidence for extraterrestrial life, and believe that only the belief in the construction of these structures by extraterrestrial forces explains the Egyptians' advanced methods of building pyramids.